Hello vlog. I come to you today with a little bit of a heavy heart and some crazy looking hair, but I have been having terrible anxiety. Oh my goodness, the type where you just can't sleep, you're shaking, you feeling like you're going to die, and then you look around and you're not dying, but it's like hard to catch your breath. It's been a muck ruck terrible. I just did some like yin yoga in hopes to like help and calm down, and I like bawled my eyes out for the first 30 minutes. And you know when you cry so hard your nose gets stuffy and then it's hard to breathe, and then maybe that increases your anxiety even more. It sure does mine. So we're doing a lot. If you saw the last vlog, I was doing a day in the life of being a power of attorney, doing some life administration stuff for my dad, and this vlog, as apparent by the title, is some life administration stuff for me. So the biggest life administration task here is renewing my real ID at the DMV. So what does that mean? It means I'm about to get my hair done because I need a good blowout. I'm not going to that lopsided god-awful salon, but I'm gonna go to my tried and true Drybar. And then I am going to the DMV to get my photo taken. I think I have to do a vision test, and I have to bring like just 2 pieces of documents, like a bank account statement and a utility statement, to show an address change, because my address has changed. The address on my old ID is the address of the house that I showed you in the Ultimate Beauty vlog a couple videos back, and well, the house sold and it belongs to someone else, and that wasn't my address. It hasn't been my address for a while now, so that's my life administration task. But I figured if we're gonna have to do some life administration, then I should couple it with some things that I didn't get to do in the second part of the midsummer Ultimate Beauty Glow Up video, which is sit by the pool and tan. So that's gonna be the MO tomorrow, and then the day after that is the DMV hair blowout, then DMV day. And right now I'm just trying to connect with nature, listen to the sounds of the birds, check out the little cute bunnies all around. They're so small and so tiny. My god, so cute. Hello, I'm talking about you. Yes, you're so cute. I don't see him today, but usually there's a red jay. Feel like my feet in my shoes, the sun on my skin, and express my feelings on the land of the U and the tube. Tonight though, girl, we gotta prep for this one little DMV photo. I wish they could just take my passport photo and put it on my driver's license, because my passport photo ate down. I'm literally about to bring that back to Drybar, which is like a blowout corporation franchise, and be like, hey, you did this for me last year. I need you to recreate this hairstyle on me so that we can run it back for my real ID photo. But tonight I am going to shave my face so that when I do my makeup tomorrow, we're gonna do a test run of makeup tomorrow because I haven't done my makeup in a very long time. And my old driver's license photo, girl, put a little picture here of it. First of all, can you tell that like my aura is heavy and just like demonic and very sad? I've had some people look at that like ID of mine and they'd be like, this is you? And they're like, you look so much older in this. And I was like, yeah, I was drowning in unconscious shadows and hadn't done any healing at that point, and was just heartbroken and addicted to that god-awful false lash strip, which on some people they rock and they look really good with, but I feel like with my face shape it was just too much. Some people have like, we all have different anatomy for our face, right? And some people look really good with a lot of makeup on and like a big false lash. I have the type of face where I just don't look like that, and so I don't look good like that. So this makeup's gonna be different. So tonight we're gonna shave the face so that the makeup goes on smooth tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna do a test run of the makeup after we do like a day of tanning. I think I might try and get my car washed, do a little Costco run, and then test run the makeup at night, because then Tuesday, or maybe test run makeup in the morning and like wear my makeup out all day long so at least people can see it, you know what I mean? And then Tuesday, we'll get the hair done. We'll do the makeup, we'll get the hair done. We'll take the DMV photo, and this is just life administration. These are things that you do to fulfill the responsibilities of your life. It's not necessarily glamorous, but making it beautiful in the ways that I can. Doing my makeup should be fun. We'll see tomorrow how that goes. But tonight I'm just trying to ease my anxiety. I made a little, I took a nap this afternoon, and then I woke up from the nap and I had really, like damn near just a full-blown panic attack. I woke up seizing, not like actually seizing, but you know when you just wake up in a panic and you're like, and you like can't catch your breath. I don't know if you've ever woken up like that. I'm quite familiar to waking up like that. I feel like once you lose a loved one, the second half of your life begins, and it begins with waking up in a panic. And I was just crying, sobbing, screaming really hard. And I was like, you know what? I'm craving a fucking brownie. My favorite ultimate dessert is a chocolate molten lava cake with vanilla bean ice cream on top. I don't know how to make that, but I saw this recipe that is like period friendly, and it has dates, it has no added sugar, and then it has like dates, tahini, kidney beans, cocoa powder, baking soda, baking powder, bada boom, bada bing, just those ingredients. Oh, I think some like olive oil. And it turns out into like a gooey brownie in the best way possible that sort of kind of resembles the, inside of a chocolate molten lava cake. And then I put some ice cream on it. So I made that, and then I had that. I did some yoga, and now I just had my little walk, and let's go home and shave my face. I've been shaving my face. Like, I think I've shaved it twice since I did the Tipsy Korean skincare video, but I just haven't shown you because it's been in the spur of the moment. But tonight we'll get into it, and I'll do a little bit of that dermaplaning, a little bit of that shave. And welcome to the life administration vlog. We all have to do things at different levels to just like maintain our status of being a functioning member of society, and the DMV is my task. Maybe if I get a good tan too, it'll look good on my photo. I'll show you my passport photo too, because I'm dead ass gonna bring it to Dry Bar and be like, this is my own picture, is my reference photo. Iconic. I'm gonna finish this walk. See you when I get back inside to shave. Look at this dragonfly. That is so cute. Oh my god, are these flies boning right now? What the hell? I have never seen something like this before. Alright, we made it back. Do you like? I think I did this in my creative vlog. If you didn't see that, that was a while ago, but I redid that. And then I got a silver one here to match. Kind of like zhuzhed up my bathroom. So we are gonna go on and dermaplane this freaking face. I highly recommend against doing this, because once you do this, you're gonna be locked in. But before I do that, I'm gonna comb my hair. I need to put you on this brand. It's called Kaxi. Oh, here's a better way of seeing it. It's this. I got their brush too, and it's like metal too. I also really like the color of this. This teeny tiny little clip, I have small hands for reference too, holds up all my hair. Let me show you. First, let me brush through this, because this has been a while. I'm gonna brush my hair over the sink because, girl, what do you mean you don't brush your hair over the sink? You're just gonna let all the hairs fall on your floor? What are you, raising a barn? Just kidding. I don't know when I discovered that combing my hair over the sink so that the sink catches all my hair was a genius thing, but when I used to comb my hair and then I'll get all my hairs on the floor, it'd be so annoying, because you're like, ew, I have all this hair over the floor. Especially, girl, these inches, this thick hair, these Persian DNA hair, crazy. But to use this clip, you've got to do a little like French twist action, which I'm still getting used to doing this, but you basically go like that. I don't even know if that caught that on camera, but look at this teeny tiny little clip. It's the wavy version. I did not mean to get the mini. I didn't think the mini was gonna be this mini, but you just clip it in your bun and you clip it to your scalp. It's crazy. Crazy. Okay. Now let's get into Shaloobadoo. Hold on, I'm seeing that this drawer is dirty and I can't. You know me. If you don't know me, I'm a fucking clean freak, and when I see something is dirty, I immediately have to clean it. Seriously, love Kaxi. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce the brand, but I started with their big hold everything clip, and then I got a mini, and then I was like, some of my hair was kind of falling out with this because I've got layers, so then I moved into their wavy. I got the big one, and then I got the mini. The minis are lit because they're so tiny, you can just throw them in your purse and it'll slick back and hold in all your hair. You just got to get used to like doing the French twist up. I'm sipping on some of my tea that I got 2 vlogs ago when I went to the herbal shop. I got oat straw, holy basil, and lemon balm, and it's supposed to like help with your anxiety because I have been experiencing crazy anxiety. All right, let's get into shaving this face. The first step, you've got to wash our hands, you know, or you don't know. I don't know, maybe you've been here and you know, but maybe you're new and you don't know. I love this soap. I love a foamy soap. Are you shitting me? And then I need my soap to be fragrance free. The only soap in my house that isn't fragrance free is my kitchen soap, and that's the Rosemary. I think it's La Maison, the French brand. You can also get that one at Whole Foods. Like a subtle herb. Not doing too much with the soap. I don't want to put my hands, like when I'm eating and stuff, I don't want to put my hands up to my face and smell something. That's not the food that I'm eating. That'll make me gag. Okay. Tweezer Man. Yeah, Tweezer Man. Dermaplane and this Centella oil. I'm just gonna do a... I squirted it and it squirted past my hand. We're gonna do a little oil here. Dude, after I got that horrendous brow wax, my skin has been irritated, and there's also like a cut here. And I was like, girl, did you do that to me? I don't remember seeing that. I feel like I would have remembered seeing a cut, but also like, how else would I have gotten a cut on my face? I don't know. We're not gonna speak upon that god-awful experience anymore. 45-degree angle. Oh, can you hear that? Oh my god, you can see it. Ooh, I gotta be careful going over this acne. Oh. Girl. And then I keep a little paper towel next to me so that I can wipe as I go. Look at that. You can see like the dead skin. Okay, I can show you some, but then I also need to go over to the mirror in my closet so that I can get a closer look. This is pretty crazy. Is this how guys shave their face too? 45-degree angle, only go over it once. The hairs. Well, I got my little stash on my beard and I tried to do the rest of it. I am going to do a full body shower now. Ooh, this is leaking. I'm going to use this face wash. It's a Korean face wash. It is very gentle, so that'll be good. Just the teeniest, tiniest pea-sized amount. And then I'm going to do a full body wash. I feel like on days where I have crazy anxiety. Wait, I noticed this in the mirror. Can you see that my literal tears have like crusted on the side of my eyes? That's how you know I've been going through it. But I am going to do a full reset body shower. I feel like that's a good way to just, you know, kick off. If you're going to take on some life administration, you might as well do it fresh. So this is a complete scalp renewal. I got this at the head spa that I went to in that comforting beauty vlog a couple weeks ago. Girl, I'm pumping out these videos. I can't even remember where and when and how long ago it went, but I got these little travel size ones to just check it out at least once a week. I like to do a detox. If I'm not doing this one, I'm doing the Way one, and just purify once a week. I sometimes put product in my hair because I've been getting my hair done, all that mousse, hairspray, dried shampoo. So once a week, it's good to just strip it all clean and start from the beginning. Oh my gosh, do you like the bling? It's growing on me. It is growing on me. So I'm gonna have my full body shower, get into all of this, and I will see you tomorrow. Fresh, renewed, do some makeup, go to the pool, go to Costco, maybe go out to eat, get a car wash, life admin. Ooh, good morning. It's the next day. I had my everything shower last night and it was fabulous, girl. A full dermaplane, a full scalp renewal, a full exfoliate shave. It was everything. I had my herbal tea, I hit the little bed, I slept a full 8 hours. That's that thing about Miss Anxiety. She'll fuck up your sleep for a couple nights in a row and then you'll have one good night. Okay, so my face is feeling a little bit tender, a little bit raw. The more I grow up, the more I have like drier, sensitive skin. So change of plans. I'm not gonna do my makeup today because worst case scenario, I do my makeup today on this fresh, raw skin and then I break out. Cause I'm like, I don't think it does, my skin feels like it doesn't need anything heavy to sit on it. Like I'm not even gonna do my usual vitamin C cream that I do in the morning. I'm gonna do just I'm gonna take you through my skincare in a second. I just woke up and I decided let's go do the car wash first. I have like I got a free towel with my car wash because there was this like Father's Day special. Girl, I didn't say anything about you need to be a father to buy it, so I bought it for myself because my dad's incapacitated. Speaking of my dad, I had a dream last night that we were like at the airport and my dad is like in the head and I was like asking people like, please help me. This tends to be a theme in my dream where my dad is like is clearly exhibiting signs of like mental deterioration. Whoa, I'm dissociating. There are these signs in my dreams, this pattern where my dad is clearly exhibiting signs of mental deterioration, like just saying things that doesn't make sense. And then I'm like asking people for help in my dreams. Last time we were at like the nursing home, the memory care facility, and this time we were at the airport. So I'm like, maybe that's what all my anxiety has recently been popping off about. But I figured this morning we'd just go get that car wash. I got a free towel. That's what the whole Father's Day special was, is if you bought a car wash, whenever Father's Day was, a couple months ago, last month, whatever, they give you a free towel. And I just got my car detailed. I love doing a car detail once a year in the summer because I live somewhere where there's 6 months of winter. So there's a lot of muck, gruck, and everything trucked into the car. And it's so nice. You can do like mobile detailing, which is like someone comes to your place of living and does the detail for you. And then just the past couple of weeks since I've done that, I've gotten some stuff in my car. So we're gonna go do the car wash before it gets too hot. It's supposed to get up to 90 degrees. And I figured maybe if I go to the pool at the more like higher end gym, that maybe there will be less kids in the morning. Je ne sais pas, let's go figure it out. And then honestly, I'm gonna sit in the shade. My legs might be out in the sun, but because my face is so freshly scraped, I don't want my face in the sun today. And maybe then we'll get a lunch, go to a Costco, and that'll be the day today. And then tomorrow is DMV shebang. But let's go do this basic morning skincare routine. I started this video outside because I want to show you how dark the room gets. Look at how pitch black. Bruh, look at these curtains. Well, you can't see shit because these curtains are legit. Girl, getting true blackout curtains is the best thing I've ever done for my room. It gives peak hotel vibes. These are the Quince true blackout shade curtains. Best price, great quality, unbeatable on the market. Girl, she be crying in her sleep. This is my morning routine. I basically get into the same shebang every day. I have my little heater turned on next to me so it can heat my legs as I'm doing this. And I go in with a tongue scraper and then I brush my teeth. I'm using this Sensodyne. I don't care what TikTok says about women having higher acidity in their saliva and needing like different toothpaste. This shit works for me, okay? It gives me no cavity and white teeth, so my tried and true. And then in the mornings I go in with this anti-cavity oral rinse. I think last year I went to the dentist and they told me I had 4 cavities, and I had an absolute mental breakdown because as a type AAA+++ control freak, not having like perfectly clean teeth and having cavities, it wrecked me. And also, guess what? I strayed away from this Sensodyne, my tried and true, into that like Hi Smile brand. Didn't work for me. Let me get into this, and then I wash my face with the same thing I washed my face with last night, just a teeny tiny bit. I will say the dermaplaning is annoying because you will grow more hair than you originally had. Like I just had a little peach fuzz stash, and now I have like a whole goatee growing because I dermaplane, but your skin does feel baby smooth. Okay, I get these dollar store little towel scrunchies if when you wash your face you feel like you're at the water park and there's water everywhere. $1 for a pack of 2. And then I also put down a towel. Yes, very chuggy of me to get this customized. I think I got this at Pottery Barn, and I like lay it down to try and minimize the water park effect we have going on over here. And I use one of the Clean Club disposable towels. I'm gonna blow my nose and we're gonna get into the skincare. I like never needed to blow my nose in the morning, and now all of a sudden post 24 it's like I gotta blow my nose every day in the morning. All right. Skincare, very simple. This is not what it says it is, okay? This says it's a S Nature Aqua Squalane Mist. This I got in Korea. I have since just been refilling this with the Tower 28 SOS spray. So don't come to my house spraying whatever, because the label might not be what actually is your spray. I like this Innisfree hyaluronic serum. I do a little 2 pumps of that, and I like to get it in while my face is still wet from the spray. I learned from the Korean gals that the hyaluronic stuff goes on really well when your skin is wet. It has a better absorption. And then I usually in the morning will go in with the vitamin C Innisfree cream just to brighten up, because I have like hyperpigmentation and things of that nature. But because my skin is so sensitive from dermaplaning, we're just gonna go follow in with her sister, the hyaluronic green tea seed cream. Look, I'm almost out of this, but we're still squeezing the very last bits out of it. Also in my shower last night, I don't think I said, but I've been using the Osea hyaluronic body cream when my skin is still wet in the shower. Fierce, honey. And then I follow up with the Road Barrier Butter in bed. Girl, my skin is literally nice and moisturized until the next day I shower. Like, you fully get 24-hour moisturization. It's fabulous. Dude, the skin around my eyebrows is still irritated. You know how I feel about that experience. If you've been here, if you don't, sometimes you have shitty brow experiences. I have had like non-stop shitty brow experiences. I can't wait till I find someone that actually does my brows in a well-mannered, graceful way. This lip stuff is the tried and true. I don't use any other Torridon products, but this lip is like Aquaphor and Laneige had a baby, and it's clean ingredients, fantastique. Give me 14 of them immediately. And I'm gonna go in with this sunscreen. I've been using this forever, even though the packaging on the back says that it's best used within 12 months of opening the package, but girl, sometimes I'd be lazy and I don't put on sunscreen. But today, we definitely needed sunscreen because the skin is freshly dermaplaned. And I'm gonna go sit outside in the pool, even though I plan to sit in the shade, but God forbid there's not a shade spot for me. I'm gonna need the sunscreen, which reminds me, I'm gonna put that all over my shoulders. And then for deodorant, recently I have been using this as a small business in Minnesota. You can order online. It's Mandelic acid. I just spray it in my armpits and rub it in. And that concludes the morning routine. I'm gonna make my bed, maybe eat a little something. I'm not really feeling like eating something. Maybe I'll just take a protein bar to go. It's not my ideal breakfast, but you give and you take and you shim and you bake and you move on with your life. Oh, I have this like clear mascara stuff that the eyelash lady sold me. She said that it's supposed to help enhance the tint on my lashes and help preserve the lash lift, which I'm over a month in. I think I'm 5 weeks into my lash lift and they still are pretty lifted, so maybe she was onto something. Wouldn't recommend her either because she was like, oh, I can like recommend. She just said things that she didn't follow up on. I hate those types of people. My bed. Look, I tucked my babies in. Oh, they're so cute. Let the car wash begin. See, I got a free towel with the Father's Day promotion. To think I used to be as scared of a car wash as a little kid. Now I think it's so fun. Car wash montage. Yes, darling. We have an ultra clean car. The pool is 18 years and older. I don't know until what time, but it's a blessing. I hate when I go to the pool and there's a bunch of Micmac kids running around. It just seems like when kids are at the pool, at least the pools that I go to in the white suburbia of Minnesota, it seems like no one's happy. Kids are screaming, crying. Parents are overstimulated. So I'm glad it's an 18 and older scenario. I found myself a little nice pool spot. I'm gonna sit, I'm gonna edit some YouTube videos, and then there's actually a yoga class at noon. That's the Surrender Yin. It's like an hour of stretching, so I think I'm gonna go do that. The pool was cute until the kids came. When the kids came, it was a whole lot of them. There's like a summer camp going on, so it was like an influx of like 30 kids came, and then families were coming with their like little infants. They turned on the music. I was like, this is getting overstimulated. I also feel like I'm getting old because this time last year I would like check the UV, and when it was the hottest I would go sit in the sun. The whole time I was out there I sat in the shade. One, I was editing YouTube videos, so I needed the shade to be able to see my iPad, but also I feel like if I bake in the sun right now I'll just like disintegrate. Like I don't have the capacity to tan and like get that hot. And then the whole kids aspect was just, it was gross. It was honestly gross. Kids are like, you know, they're blowing their nose in the pool. I literally saw a kid sneeze in the pool. Oh my gosh, the craziest moment was this toddler was like holding a granola bar in the pool, fell in, like took a misstep, fell into the pool with the granola bar, like the granola bar fully submerged in the pool, got back up and then took a bite of the granola bar. I said, honey, your immune system gonna be on 10. Like that's how you build an immune system. I drove to a different club. They have a noon yin surrender yoga. I'm very excited to just lay on my yoga mat for an hour with my eyes closed, do some stretching, do some deep breathing, feel into my body. I have found great reciprocity. I have found great results in yin yoga, which is the type of yoga where you're just holding stretches for like 5 to 7 minutes. It helps release the tension in your fascia and can like release trauma. Sometimes I'd be crying. I went last night to a yin yoga and I bawled my eyes out for the first 30 minutes. So it's just a nice comforting way to signal to my body like, hey girl, we're in the present moment, we are safe, we are able to let go and move on, and we can breathe through the difficulties and the challenges, and we're gonna be okay and we're gonna get through this. So I'm gonna do my 1 hour yin yoga practice, then let's get some lunch, because all I had this morning was a protein bar. I think it's interesting how grief can look so different. It can be so varied. On some days grief has me sunken in bed or on the couch all day not eating, and then on other days like today it has me just like up and out of the house immediately, get out there. I think after lunch I'm gonna go to Costco, get my gas, get a couple knick-knack things that I need, and then I do want to stop at the bank because I have the debit card for my dad's account and I'm not able to activate it on my phone, so I just want to stop in an ATM and activate it in case that ever needs to be used. And then tomorrow is the whole DMV shebang-a-lang. One thing at a time though. Let's go get this yoga. No phones in the studio, so I'll just see you at lunch. Look at my glorious lunch. It's a gourmet deli. I want to get a little shot of the counter like before I leave. Yoga was good. Done cried my eyelashes together. Oh my gosh. I realized yoga is a great moment to just feel in my body and remind myself when I'm dead, because I feel like when you go through catastrophic events in your life, you feel like a part of you has died. And it's totally fine to feel dead on the inside, and I think you have to like pull on like certain strings in certain moments to be like, hey, but I'm still alive though. I'm gonna chow down, and there's a new Basement Yard episode today, so I'm gonna watch that and eat. Such fresh foods. It's hot. It's really hot. Oh my god, I got in the car and I was like hovering above the seat because I have black leather seats and it is just hot. I tried to get a shot of like the food bar, but they had already finished prepping when I walked in. There were so many fresh cucumbers, bell peppers, a bunch of great looking avocados, so I wanted to show that because I feel like a lot of places you go now, have you heard that like Cisco bought Restaurant Depot, so now basically all the food distribution in America is like this one giant monopoly, Cisco, and the food isn't that great? I don't feel like this gourmet deli buys from Cisco, because, you know, have you ever started going places and you're like, why does everybody's food taste the same? The food system in America is getting a little bit of a revamp, but this place has like gourmet, like it tastes so fresh. It's not advertised as organic, but honestly it maybe even tastes better than organic. It just tastes like farmer's market fresh. So good. And that whole thing, that big ass salad with that fresh ass chicken, and I got a chicken salad sandwich and a chips and a water, $13. It gives like good old time food. This place and that one Jewish kosher pizza place have bomb ass food. Also, I was in there. I'm right now in the city that I like went to high school in, and someone from my high school walked in and I could see that he had like a pool boy shirt on. I don't think he recognized me because he was on the phone, and then he also was with like a coworker, and they both had like boots on and like the pool boy shirts on, and it's just interesting to see like how like where do people from high school end up? I know where I live, which is like 20-30 minutes away from this city, sometimes I run into people in that like mini downtown area as service workers that went to my high school, so it's just like interesting to see people out and about and being like, oh, we went to high school together. And guess what? I'm back on YouTube. Let's go to Costco. I'm gonna get some gas and then we're gonna go into Costco. I just need honey, olive oil, and flowers, perhaps, if they have pretty nice flowers to cheer me up. Let's see what they got going on over there. Girl, it is July. What are we doing preparing for October like this? Oh my gosh, look at how big this thing is. Good morning. It's the next day. After Costco yesterday, I had to go to the bank and take more responsibility and have a fiduciary obligation to my father. So then after that, I just unloaded the dishwasher. I didn't do the dishes last night. What am I talking about? I did some laundry. Anyways, let me just show you these beautiful flowers that I got. I bought myself a bouquet of roses. That could be a cute thumbnail. Anyways, it's the next day. We're just gonna move on. Basically, went to Costco, came home. Went to the bank, did some life admin, came home, did some life admin. Went to sleep with a stomach ache, woke up in the middle of the night with a panic attack. Here we are. Now, I've seen people do this thing online where they put their face in a bucket of ice water if they're feeling puffy. Usually, I don't give a fuck if I'm puffy because I'm just living my best puffy life. But today I need to lock in and mog a driver's license photo, a real ID photo. So I am going to try this ice water thing. It's also supposed to like help with anxiety. Rapid temperature change can really like pull you into your body and out of your thoughts and your emotions. So let's go try this. Let's gua sha to like really snatch up the face. I'll do a little massage, lymphatic drainage massage to try and open things up. And then we're gonna get into this makeup and we're gonna get out there and get her done. I'm not clear on what the ice to water ratio should be. this seems like a lot of ice. Okay. Who knows? Here we go. Girl, what? Excuse me? I couldn't even get my face in there. I felt like it was gonna like overflow because there's too much stuff in there. Was it really gonna overflow? Who knows? Okay. This is no joke. I can do hard things. What the fuck? Why do people do this? Okay, the first second when you're in there, first of all, it feels like you're drowning. Well, I mean, your face is literally in water. The second I come out, it's like, I'm angry, but then like 5 seconds after that, there is this like, oh, there is this cooling sensation. I just stuck my face in a bucket of ice, and there's a cooling sensation. I'm literally salivating. How many times should I do this? I think I'll just do it like 2 or 3 more times. Hey. Maybe like 30 seconds later, that actually felt kind of decent. Okay. How can I feel like after getting COVID, I like don't know how to hold my breath anymore. I'm like blowing bubbles as I'm in there. I don't know if I can do that again. Am I depuffed? I look ridiculous. Well, to actually help the depuffing, I'm gonna open up my lymph nodes. So if you like touch your little collarbones, do a little light massage around that area. You'll find it, I think it's like 1 inch or 2 under your collarbones. Maybe everyone's body is different. I'm trying to go off memory of my own lymphatic drainage massages that I get. She always starts here. So I think this opens it up. Go lightly. I think here opens it up. Oh my God, my skin is ice cold. I love how I'm just like air drying. Like, I'm not even like toweling off for this. Here opens it up. You can like kind of feel the lymph nodes, I feel like. Or is this just my cheekbone? Who knows? I'm going all around this area because I don't exactly know where the lymph node is, but I feel like she goes around here. And then she does like my jaw, which here I have a lot of tension. Girl, I finally had a dream where I had some friends and we were hanging out. And then one of the guy friends just like randomly attacked my foot and we had to like fight him. And then I wanted to like fight everyone else. It was a ruck. It's kind of been like my keyword recently. Okay, now that I've opened up my lymph nodes, I'm gonna do one more dunk and then I'm gonna use my little gua sha and try and sculpt this face out. Okay, let's go. Oh my God, there's an eyelash in there. Let me just get that out. Okay. Why can I not hold my breath? Should I try going on my exhale instead of my inhale? Let's try that. We're done. We're done. We're done. Literally pouring that out. That's how done I am with that. Okay. Now, while my skin is still wet and there's some traction, let's try to carve this bad boy out. Oh my God, do you see all of that? You see all of this puffiness? Jeez Louise. Girl, let me put you on something higher now that we're done with this godforsaken ice bath. Okay, me to that ice bath. I'm like, get a band. Get her band. We don't do that here. Yeah, I'm never gonna do that again. I don't see, well, never say never. Never say never. No, never say never. Apparently, when you go like this, do you see all that puffiness? Jeez Louise. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I gotta go 挤出来. Apparently you gotta like get it up here, and then getting it down here is what drains it. Girl, I don't really know. Oh God, oh my God. Look at all this swelling. Maybe I should have done the lymphatic drainage massage, because then I would have been really snatched, and then do the makeup and then do all of this, but what can you do? Ooh, maybe it's just red. I want it to be like, oh, I think it's snatched. I think my face is just fucking red. Oh my God. There's not a lot of traction to grip up here, but this one feels really good. I feel like I could go back to sleep doing this move. I feel like I carry a lot of tension in the forefront of my head because all this big brain activity got to be fucking power of attorney and be someone's power of attorney. Also, I think one of my uncles texted me from Iran. Mind you, I haven't spoken to him since I was 8 years old. So that's what, 18 years ago? He just texted me saying, I'm your Uncle Hossein. We need to talk. Your dad is sick. And it's like a foreign number. But anyways, today's a me day. My dad and his sickness and his relatives trying to see him are gonna have to wait until at least after this photo is done. Every time I do stuff for my dad, I end up not sleeping well. The grief. The cyclical nature of a grief. Okay, let's just put that in a parking lot. Sometimes when I have a lot of thoughts or a lot of emotions, I like to pretend I'm this big ass mall, and I'm like, we're just gonna take that car, that scenario, and we're gonna put it in the back of the parking lot. And we're gonna deal with it later. Right now we have other important things to deal with, which is doing a light beat. I don't feel like I look any less puffy. I think we're just gonna need to sculpt with the makeup to make me look less puffy. You already know this is the same skincare routine. Hyaluronic. What is that Tower 28 stuff called? It's not hyaluronic spray, but I feel like it starts with a high, like a HY. It's something like bacteria killing, or like bacteria can't grow with that spray. I don't know what it's called. And I'm just gonna go in with the follow-up moisturizer that I am very much running low on. All right. Okay, I feel like I want to do the eyes and the brows first. Oh man, I shouldn't have put skincare around my brow area. I should have done the brows before I did the skincare to really get them done. In that case, what am I gonna do to fix that? And then we're just gonna like wipe down what's around the brow area. I don't think I put skincare on the brows, but just in case. Look at this like minimalistic. Okay, that doesn't look so minimalistic, but from someone that used to really be into beauty, I feel like what I have right now is extremely minimalistic. I gotta go get my brushes. I'm gonna hydrate my lips while I go in. I didn't even see what I was doing. After moisturizing my lips, I am gonna go in with this little brow highlight that the crooked brow lady in San Diego gave me. At least I got this out of her. I'm gonna highlight under my brows. I used to see like makeup artists and shit doing this sometimes on my feed, and I'd be like, that's extra. I don't need to be doing all of that. But then I had it done to me once I got my brows waxed, and I was like, whoa, that actually really does do something. The usually do like a more straight one, but I just have this angled one. That looks nuts. Blend. Did y'all see in that brow wax? I know I said I was done talking about it, but did you just see in that clip where she literally left me like this and she's like, all done. And I was like, are you kidding me? I said, girl, you better take this shit off or blend it in. I'll let you pick, but I'm not leaving here like this. That would have been I was gonna say that would have been the first red flag. Girl, that was like the 7th red flag at that point. Whatever. We all have poor experiences here and there. All right, she's slightly blended. This isn't the end of the world, girl. I just need to remember that I am beautiful just the way I am. I could walk in and take my photo like this and it would still be a motherfucking minute slay. And I'm just being extra with this. You know what? I do have some words for you in case no one ever taught you how to do your brows. Same girl, same. I learned on the internet. You think my mom or grandma ever owned a brow pencil? No. But you know, light feather strokes. I like starting in the middle of the arch because you saw what it first looked like when I did this inner corner. I feel like if you start too much here, I like a more ombre effect, but you play around, you figure out what works for you. I'm just saying, if you like what you're seeing here and you want to recreate this, this is what I'm doing. I'm starting in the middle and I'm doing light feather-like strokes. And then as I go more to the tail end, I'll do a little bit longer, more precise strokes to try and really get that tail end. And then I'll come in and I'll fill out the bottom, and then I will very lightly, when I go towards the inner corner, I only go from the bottom. I try not to go too much on top because I feel like when you go on top is when you get that blocky brow look that used to be in 10 years ago, and 2016 is coming back a little bit for 2026 vibes, but I'm leaving out the big blocky brow part of that because that just doesn't look good on me. And you can take a little spoolie. I like this Rare Beauty one because it's already built into one product. That's why my makeup case is very like travel size friendly, because what are we doing with too many things? I get overstimulated. Let's move on to Un Petit Eyeshadow. I just use, look at how compact everything I have. I own is this teeny tiny little Coucou Chanel. This is the same palette I've been getting since like middle school. I'm gonna go in with this, the lightest color, and just carve out the outside of my eyes. I go from like the middle, kind of realizing there's a theme here with the eyes, is starting with the middle and blending out. This one I'm trying to match my eye shape, so I'm going out this way on that natural curve that I have, and then I want to go, you see where like your bottom lash line goes, if you were to like continue this curvature, it goes up this way, kind of where you would see like a wing. I'm trying to like fill in this petite mini space. I feel like my face is small, and I do have like big eyes, but I feel like the eyeshadow space that I'm working with is not that big. And a nice tip too is to hold the mirror under your chin so you can see the full canvas of the eye. We're not doing anything crazy. I'm doing a very natural, very, very natural glam. Do you even consider this glam? Oh, what did I teach my grandma? It's the no makeup look. That's been my vibe. I used to be obsessed with doing my makeup. Bitch, I would wake up at like 5 a.m. before high school and sit at my little desk in my room and be pitch black outside, and I would cake my face for 2 hours before going to school. And I would go to school with the strip lashes, literally that like reached to the back of my skull. It was nuts. Can't believe I had the energy and the capacity to do that. My God, all that time I could have been getting extra sleep. But she said, no, I have to bake my face before I smoke this blunt before I go to school. Oh my God, what a life I lived. I'm gonna go into the one next to the super light one and focus this one more on the outside. Now I'm not really going too in, although it might look like that because my eyes are so teeny tiny. Or the space, I shouldn't say my eyes are teeny tiny, because my eyes, girl, my eyes is not teeny tiny in the slightest. But this is just focusing on the outside. I'm doing like this, like mini circles. The first one that I did, I covered the whole space. Like if this was a triangle, I covered the whole triangle. This one, it's just like I'm outlining the outside of the triangle. I'm trying not to go in. I also haven't done this in a very, very long time, honey. Very, very long time. Okay. We're gonna leave that be for now. I forgot if I had done skincare or not, but I did. Since I've done skincare, what should I go in with next? Okay, I'm gonna just go in with a little bit of concealer next. I'm using this Merit Cream Concealer. I think you have to play around to figure out, does liquid, does cream, does powder work well for me? I'm gonna just heat this up on the back of my hand. I don't know if I'm gonna do, I only have like a skin tint, so it's not like I'm a foundation ass girl anyways. It's also like 90 degrees outside. Why am I picking the hottest day in summer to do my license renewal? We don't know, we just pick things that work. I'm going in with this mini beauty blender. I have found that cream works really well for my skin because powder makes me look too cakey and liquid also makes me look too cakey. So cream has been like a nice natural in between, and then I like going on my hand because then you can kind of like dab it off and you're not getting too much product. I have one of those faces where too much makeup just doesn't look good on me, so we've got to be strategic here with what we're doing. Maybe cover up this little pimple, which I doubt you'd be able to see on that camera anyways. Ooh, you can see where that concealer went. Oh, okay, so what am I gonna do now that you can see where that concealer went? It's kind of giving like, I might have to do the whole face tint scenario. Okay, damn it, I should have gone in with this first. The little gluey, the little glowy dewdrops. Let's see if I can, do I just mix this in or should I just paint it on? Girl, we're kind of in this together. Don't think this is a tutorial. This is like this is a collaboration, okay? We're very, look at how gorgeous that is. We're doing this together, honey. I think usually I would wrap this, I would warm this up in my hand, but I guess we're just going in with a brush. Oh, that looks gorgeous on the back of my hand. I guess we're gonna use the skin tint. We're gonna use the skin tint and see what happens. My problem with this skin tint is that it sometimes is a little bit cakey, so let's see what happens. I'm doing a teeny tiny dot. And I'm gonna mix in some of this milky toner stuff, which I have no idea how this is gonna turn out in terms of milkiness. And by milkiness, I mean cakiness. Let's see. Okay, it smells awful. So you really do have to play with makeup. There's no way to just watch a video and be like, yep, this is it. Because no one has your exact skin type. No one has your exact whatever. And it's like your skin changes based on what you're going through in life, based on the weather that you live in, the amount of sleep, the food that you've eaten. So makeup is a big fat play and figure out as you go. This is kind of what I figured out works for me. I've been doing my makeup for 10-ish years. And we've been through a couple phases. I came out the gate hot. I came out the gate with a big chunky brow and some big ass eyelashes, and I wanted to make myself look a lot older than I was. And now that I'm older, I'm not necessarily trying to make myself look younger, but I'm just trying to honor the features that I have now. I've already spent 15 minutes doing this. Jeez Louise. Carve out the cheeks with the concealer just to give it a really like look. Oh God, did I just get bronzer on this? I think I just carved my cheeks out unevenly. I think under the eye, I'm gonna go in with this dark one, but tap a little dark, tap a little middle dark, tap a lot of it off, and I'm gonna go on the outside of my eye and carve in just, you guessed it, halfway, and blend it out. A little bit of blush, the Rhode Pocket Blush. Hello, she is that girl. I love the sleepy girl. I am indeed a sleepy girl. This is a little bit of highlighter. I like this cream highlight. This Merit brand. Why did this just turn into ASMR? I think because I'm a little bit overstimulated. 0 out of 10 experience. I don't like doing my makeup anymore. Okay, when I left the house, I had a massive panic attack because my neck was a completely different color than my face. So I went back in the house, added makeup to my neck and my collarbone area, even though I think the ID is just like, it barely gets your neck, but still, I don't want to have a different color neck just out in public. So that freaked me out. Then I went to the first drugstore on the way to this restaurant, didn't have the mascara I wanted, so then I sat in my car and had another mini panic attack, and I said, you know what, I think I'm super anxious because I haven't eaten, so I'm gonna eat. And it's summer, so while I have a balanced salmon, green bean, potato meal, I also got a Hugo Spritz. Okay, so we have the Hugo Spritz. I'm not gonna drink her until I have had some food in my stomach because I have a weak stomach. Me and alcohol, I can't be drinking that on a stomach anymore. Empty stomach. Hello, am I even here? This is my delicious salmon meal. I don't have service in this restaurant, so I'm literally having to raw dog this meal. Usually I put on the Basement Yard. Let's be real. The past like month of my life, I've been playing Basement Yard nonstop. It's just been so comforting to have these guys in the background and talk about stupid shit like what's in my nightstand. Like what wing looks the best. So here's me raw dogging a meal. Alright, I'm at the hair salon at Dry Bar. I am my own inspo photo. Because somebody here, I can't remember who it was, like the stylist wise, but somebody here did my hair and then I got my passport photo taken. Girl, I'm wishing they could just take this photo and put it on my ID, but here we are trying to recreate it. Girl, okay, the wind is a paid actor, but she's looking fierce. Also, I was doing little clips. Like usually when I am filming, I'll just tell the person, hey, I'm vlogging for my YouTube channel. I'll keep you out of it if you want to be out of it. Usually, I would say like 9 out of 10 times the person's like, oh, cool, like love it. What do you make your channel about? I don't care to be in it. And then some people are like, oh, like do your videos, just like don't keep me in it and I'll respect whatever they want. This time, the girl was like, oh my gosh, you do YouTube, like, can I get your number so I can put you in contact with the manager so we can do some promo where you could like film your blowout. You could get the blowout for free and then we could use the you can use the content in your video, but then we could also use it on our Instagram page because they just got new ownership. And I'm like, girl, the influencing days have begun. We need to go get this mascara. And then, so I'm gonna stop at a drugstore. I think I'm gonna stop home and try and do some touch-ups because the DMV, I have to like pass by my house to go to the DMV anyways, so I might try and like touch up and then let's go get this picture taken with this fabulous ass hair. I I went home, I did my lips, I did my mascara. I could not find the mascara that I originally get at the drugstore, so this just prompted me. We are gonna go to Ulta. Well, I'm probably not gonna take you with. Ooh, honey, it was tumultuous doing all this, but I look good. I also am confused because this place says that it's like for driving, but I just need to renew my ID, so I don't know if this is the same place, but the address online is just this one address. I gotta tell you a funny story about when I got my driver's license, but let me figure this out first and let me go take a fierce photo. Mog. Girl, we done did the deed. This is how she turned out. She's a little bit greaselisse in the T-zone, but hey, I didn't have the makeup for that, and then this just inspired me to go to Ulta and buy new makeup so that when I do have to take photos, moving forward, I can cover the greaselisse in the T-zone. There is a Clinique that I specifically get products that are non-comedogenic, which is non-pore clogging products, and there's a Clinique matte blotting power that I searched online that's good. Other than that, I'm gonna have to retake this photo in 4 years when I'm 30 anyways, so it is what it is. Next time I know I don't even need to do my hair because look at how zoomed in it is. I literally could have just gone in with my regular ass hair. No need for these 20 inches to be blown out, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go restock. Ooh, I look glowy. I'm gonna go restock on some makeup products, buy some new makeup products. And my funny story about the DMV when I got my license is I had to be the anal little double, triple type A person that I am. When I went to go take my first driving test, I like had to do the course myself before I did it with a driver, and I did it when it was like clear, but then as I was like reverse whatever, I think it's like the reverse parking, the person doing the exam and someone else, the examinee and the examiner, were pulling up, so it's like they saw me practicing, and then for some reason in my mind I like freaked out and I was like, oh my gosh, they saw me practicing, that means that like I'm not good enough, I'm gonna fail, he's gonna fail me once I get in the car. And I had this massive panic attack outside. My birthday's in December, so it's like middle of winter. I'm crying outside, like my whole entire family just got burnt down with all of my belongings and everything I've ever known in my life, like viscerally bawling. And my mom's just like inside on a work call, and I ended up calling my dad, and he was like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to come there? And he was like, you know what, if you fail, you fail, like you'll just take it again. It's not like, you know, you're a failure. And then I ended up doing the test and it was fine, and it was fine. Crazy. The reason why I'm a little greaselisse, well, hello, it's hot, it's summer, I decided to do this on a day where it's 95 fucking degrees. That's on me. 2, I need some matting products. But 3, my uncle, my dad's brother, one of my dad's brothers literally called me on the way there, and I was talking to him, and I didn't want to talk that loud inside the waiting room, so I went outside and I stepped outside to talk in the shade. That's my bad, because that made me greaselisse, motherfucking oily. Oh, you wanted to see what you look like? You don't even need a mirror. Go ahead and look in my T-zone, because she'll give it to you. Oh, wait. Fierce. It is what it is. I'm going to go do some retail therapy. I'm going to get some new products. I might do a little haul on my TikTok, but that is going to conclude the end of this video. I will see you all in the next one. Happy life administration. Happy being an adult. Do what you can to support yourself. I even might take myself out to eat. I don't care that we just went out to eat. I'm never getting a spritz again. I cannot. I've literally become like allergic to cheap alcohol. If it's not like Dom Perignon, my stomach doesn't handle it well. My DNA has turned full bougie on me, and there's nothing I can do to reverse her. See you in the next one. Goodbye.